Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another Ashen cast. And today we are having a look at a Zed in the jungle, Twitch TV ijimae lol, or ijimae lol. Absolutely amazing Zed player. We're going to have a look at a Neo West game here in the Challenger lol. And we have in the top lane, we have a Jax facing off against the Fiora, very volatile matchup. Slightly Fiora favored, but if Jax gets ahead, mercy on that Fiora soul. LeBlanc, Flash is out. In the mid lane, we have a LeBlanc facing off against the Syndra. Definitely a Syndra favorite matchup. However, you know, LeBlanc players, they do have this tendency to pull rabbits out of heads. So you never know, really, with a LeBlanc player. But generally, I think the theory would be, as I said, you kind of just want to be around. Want to be able to counter gank, because that is LeBlanc's way to kill the Syndra here. Set up for a gank. Kha'six comes scooping in. Picks up the kill or an assist. Because alone, she will struggle to have the damage, because her chain auto attack, chain auto attack, you know, that type of stuff, which usually nets her solo kills, is a little bit problematic here with something like the Syndra, as she does have quite a bit of sustained damage and, you know, can peel for herself very well as well. We'll see. Early on, there is a little bit more of a chance for LeBlanc to get some kills in, but then once level 6 hits, this becomes very difficult. Alright, so Zed definitely is a strong clearer. I like this little move. I don't know if you caught it, but he just checked, used one of his shurikens to check the brush above the blue buff to kind of find out whether or not there is someone in there. Zed, obviously, Zed's passive allows him to deal more damage to camps that are below, what, like 50% HP, I think? So makes him a very strong clearer. He now picks up his W after obviously starting out with the Shuriken, and then E for the second one, as Fiora picks up a kill onto the Jax early on. Doesn't spell this Jax is going to have a good game to me, but, you know, you never know. That was a absolutely eloquent sentence. Thank you very much, Ashen, for contributing this beautiful sentence. As Zed. Definitely doing a really good job on the clear here. Going to be working on the Krugs now. Krugs have been made very, very easy, so he is probably going to, he's probably going to be able to do pretty well on this. Yeah, he's above 50% HP on this clear, and the ward has been pinged. Control ward. I mean, yeah, the enemy team will know anyway, so you might as well move in there. It's actually Jax. Jax picks up a kill. Counter kill onto the Fiora, but not without the Kha'six probably being able to pick that up as well. Beautiful pickup here by the Zed, who sees the LeBlanc recalling, picks her up, Flash W EQ, and she does not only get cancelled but also dies. Unfortunate situation for her, fortunate situation for him. Kha'six 100, Zed 100. You probably can afford Hydra now. Yeah, he can afford Hydra now. This is pretty good. It's 1.2k gold pickup. So usually for some champions, these pickups are quite important. So for assassin champions, a lot of the time it used to be the serrated Dirk. Now that bar has been raised by 100 gold to be able to get this Hydra, because I'm expecting to see that on Kha'six as well. We don't 100% know, but I'm expecting it. It would make a lot of sense. We'll find out in a bit. But for Zed, obviously Hydra makes him absolutely amazing. Hydra, a little bit of a Magi's type of item. So something that, for example, I never choose on Qiyana, because I'm just not good enough on Qiyana. And my strategy usually is just trade 1-for-1 early and then eventually get ahead enough that I can one-shot. It has generally rising gold levels, more chaos benefits, something like the Qiyana. As said, you can be much more controlled at this. Actually, very good that he found an angle onto the LeBlanc there, because it can be very difficult as Zed to find the ganking angles early on, as obviously you don't have a lot of setup, and you're kind of lacking the damage as well. Yeah, so we're starting the dragon. This is a very, very... Huh. No, I wouldn't make that play. Crazy, okay. Well, Zed very confident here. Yeah, LeBlanc moves. I was about to say, like, Syndra has to recall. The lanes are not so favorable. And then there's also Kha'six, who is very strong. Alright. He does let off the dragon. So I ended up being correct about that. Gut feeling wise. Alright, so picks up his Krugs. Now his Krugs are a little bit delayed. And with a little bit, I mean quite delayed. So unless there's going to be a lot of chaos, he is going to spend some time waiting on those. As Kha'six is here for the gank. Zed is here for the counter gank. Ezreal will be picked up and Kha'six will go down as well, but not without securing for himself a kill on to Seraphine as well. Flash out of the Ezreal has been used. Seraphine barely not enough cooldown on the heal to be able to use that one. As we are looking at... Ooh, we're looking at Ashe. Ashe will be taken down together with her control ward as we sink a entire wave into the enemy turret. Quite favorable for the bot lane here. And the Zed is 4-0 at this point, so ridiculously strong, as Kha'six has to work a little bit harder for his money. 2-1-0, not that positive of a situation, but maybe there is an angle for a top dive. Oh, jumps onto the Syndra. Syndra will be taken down here. Yeah, this is the LeBlanc Kha'six strength. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a chain there involved. And then Kha'six just kind of pounces and takes him down. Kha'six should be reaching level 6 pretty soon as well, but for now, Zed is in a decent position. Actually, decent-ish gold for Kha'six, I must say. Yeah, considering he only was like 50 gold below the Zed. Obviously, also had just recently cleared his camps. Alright, perfect. Jax will pick up a kill onto the Fiora. Top lane seems to be very even. Well, minus the minus the farm lead that Fiora has for herself, actually. Alright, Zed will go back to the jungle. And yeah, Zed is very, very strong. I mean, Zed is ridiculously strong in at clearing the jungle, as you can see, right? A lot of damage. And I assume, yeah, the Hydra is available here. That's why we cleared the Gromp out. And I'm probably going to get the Hydra and start stacking as quickly as possible. You know, just get a little bit more. What is it? Omnivamp and 80, right? I believe. Yeah, Omnivamp and 80 on his Hydra. Obviously, can get that from the Wolves as well. As long as you play safe enough, which as Zed, you definitely have all the tools to play safe enough. As long as you play safe enough, you are in a good position. Syndra a little concerned about the dragon. I don't know if the enemy team is actually working on that. I'm not aware. Well, I suppose we will find out eventually. At this point, I would be very surprised. I will be honest with you. Zed picks up his camps at absolute light speed. Ooh, Jax picks up another kill onto the Fiora. The guy is coming back. And imagine if he had a real weapon. Wouldn't that be crazy? Alright, Zed. Wait, what happened here? Huh? Okay, so Kha'six must have actually started it. As ooh, the Ashe ultimate will not hit. Zed picks up a kill on to the dragon. Has to be a little bit careful with Kha'six though. Don't want to just walk into him. Nor him and LeBlanc. LeBlanc will not be found in the bush here. Yeah, let's see if Syndra can set up a good stun. Stun misses. And LeBlanc is out. Unless she jumps back. Still, yeah, I mean, still out. Interesting TP here by Syndra. Syndra obviously wants to pick up the wave in the top side, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, you get a little bit more money, I guess. But, yeah. You also used your TP for it, so, you know. lot more openings for something like the LeBlanc to kind of try to chunk out the Syndra and force it to recall and then start building a lead off of that. So far there's a slight advantage here for Syndra when it comes to the farm department, but obviously LeBlanc has that one more kill, so she is ahead item-wise. And Zed going to be looking to help out. Alright, Fiora not able to riposte the ultimate, and so she will go down. Not the best shurikens by Zed, but it doesn't really matter. The kill was acquired one way or another, so a lot of the time actually you kind of don't try hard if you know the kill is secured. So absolutely, here I am making excuses. Can you tell that I'm a fan of this player? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I have to say, very, very stellar job by the Kha'six so far as well. Doing a very good job. This is definitely a game of jungles with Zed. Yeah, Zed's Hydra is more stacked. More stacked. So that's definitely impressive. Zed definitely has more stacks than Kha'six. Kha'six still a little bit of camps to clear as well, though. As I believe he will be staying in the top lane, maybe. Yeah. Ooh, that is absolutely huge. If yeah, okay, kill picked up onto the Jax here by Fiora, and the Kha'six, and not only the kill, but probably, I mean, at least 2 plates, probably 3 plates, which is pretty huge for Fiora. So that. It's an absolute back and forth. It's really good. This game is quite close in all regards. I love it. We, ladies and gentlemen, have a game on our hands. There is no team that is hard winning. There's no team that is... And still we have good stats, you know? Still we don't have like a kill-less game. Oh my god, dude. Just brute forcing himself onto the LeBlanc. Generally, LeBlanc has a pretty easy time dealing with Zed. But... but obviously not if he deals this amount of damage. Yeah, Mr. Zed slightly ahead. Just a little strong. So usually LeBlanc with the chains, right, kind of forces Zed to be more defensive with his ultimate. Not just like drop it on her head. But did work out for him. He even got the ignite out of her. And still picked up the kill. Scary situation, but if you know the limits of your champion, obviously you can do that type of stuff. We're doing a little bit of waiting around because we're clearing too fast. And Kha'six actually has more money than the Zed, huh? That's crazy. Interesting. Although Zed has a bigger shutdown, kind of weird if you think about it. Kind of a weird situation. Obviously gold is... the shutdown gold is kind of calculated from the average on the enemy team, right? So if you're a certain point above that average of the enemy team, then you'll get a shutdown. I mean, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the shutdown system, but I'm also who asked me is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, no chain lands onto Zed, so LeBlanc just kind of W's out again. There's actually a Rod of Ages picked up here on the Seraphine. Yeah, this is going to have a long incubating time. Gonna be very interesting to see how she can deal with that. I mean, yeah, she's kind of just chilling anyway. That's kind of what she does, right? Then, yeah, make sure to get every single last drip of it. All the gold. Get it all. Fine. So Kha'six clearly doing the dragon. Alright. Doesn't want to risk his stacks. He's obviously already at maximum stacks for the Hydra. Doesn't want to risk that. Also doesn't have smite, so... Or didn't have smite back then. So also add that to the list, I guess, of reasons. But yeah. No coin flip there. Probably wouldn't have done it anyway, because obviously you don't want to risk your Magi stacks for something like this. Especially since the value is so great. Right? So obviously this item, if you can manage to use it, you are doing much better. As yep, kill picked up on to the Fiora. Ooh, gotta be very careful here. Renata Glask will go down as Kha'six once again comes swooping in and equalizes the situation once again. Yeah, this Kha'six is doing a really good job with all the proactiveness on the blue team here and all the plays that are made and all the stress that has been put onto the top lane. Actually, Kha'six done a very, very good job. And kind of trying to get Fiora back into the game, kind of still keep her kind of in line with the strength. Zed, are we going to pick up that Herald? What? Syndra's like, please, what are we doing? Someone's streaming, huh? Someone is freaking streaming, you naughty, naughty boy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he was streaming, but seems like a streaming thing to me. Whenever I stream, which by the way, I do every one time a week at least, if not more, over on twitch.tv/AshtonGG. Head on over there. Link is in the description as well. If you want to have it easy, might as well subscribe to this channel as well, so you get notified for every other cast that I do. I have a lot of very interesting casts, especially for jungle as well, coming up. A lot of off-meta stuff that we're going to be casting here, so definitely hit subscribe if you're along for that ride. Zed moving his arse up into the top lane. Yeah, this is a proper 2v2 as Fiora reposed. Yeah, not a good situation to be in for Zed, and you just want to get out as Jax. Yeah, Jax doesn't feel like he wants to get out though. Still jumps in. Zac will go down, and Zed absolutely blew his spells into the void. Not the best play of all. Not the best play I've seen. Gotta be very careful with the Kha'six here as well. And then just working on our camp. Because why not? Fully healed again. And the shield is back as well, so the skirmish may continue, I suppose. Yeah, LeBlanc picks up a kill onto the Seraphine and picks up a kill onto the Syndra. Syndra definitely one of the weak spots, as Kha'six will pick up this blue buff for himself. Will LeBlanc be able to... Ooh, LeBlanc is dead. Yeah, LeBlanc is absolutely done. Beautiful handshake here by Renata Glask, pulling in the LeBlanc. And then the Ignite coming down. Beautiful job. Also goes, I believe, went over to Zed? Yes, no, maybe? Probably went over to Renata, let's be honest. Her Ignite was on. Alright, let's see. So, Seraphine, not having the hottest of games so far. Syndra, I don't know. Not doing too hot, but also not doing super poorly, so totally fine. Everything is fully under control right now. As the Zed ultimate, yeah, but Kha'six can just jump out of it if you use it like that. Unfortunately, Kha'six is exactly doing that, and so Zed ultimate is gone once again. I feel like this Zed still has to learn to use his ultimate a little bit later. I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, you kind of need to. Kind of need to so far. Fiora obviously doesn't really care as well. Like, you need to wait for her repost. Doesn't really care about your ultimate if you don't. Has a very scary situation here. LeBlanc and Kha'six might find his team. No. Then I'm not finding the team. Ash Arrow was available actually, so... And a little bit scary here, as we are probably going to pick up... Yeah, we're going to pick up the farm down here. Make sure to secure the camps as well. Yeah, places the W. Again. Getting all the farm he can. Squeezing all the money out of this game. Ooh, this is a dangerous situation to be fighting in here for the blue team. Seraphine ultimate not in the best of... Well, not the best use scenarios. Kha'six picks up a kill here, but he needs to be careful. Yeah, Kha'six will... Well, he will drop low. As Fiora will riposte once again the Zed. Not the best Zed ultimate once again. But the red team is super split up. And if you don't have the support of your bot lane, you can only do so much jumping into the entire team. And so the long con blue team wins. Took them a while, but they will absolutely pick up. Quadra kill on Zed, actually. Will absolutely pick up kills onto the blue team and pick up the first ace of the game significantly. Significantly turning over the lead to their side. Dragon still acquired by the red team, so that still matters. But this is absolutely huge. Obviously, for Fiora and Kha'six, it's also kind of tragic because Hydra, and then also apparently Ezreal's building Hydra as well. So yeah, for Ezreal, it's also an unfortunate situation as he did go down as well. In comparison to that, Zed doing quite fine for himself. You know, not in a bad situation at all. Season 1 hatred. Dude, there's so many Twitch TVs in here. What the hell? Ay, ay, ay. Is this just EU West Challenger? Everyone's streaming? Apparently so, huh? Apparently so. Ooh, Fiora, you are in a lot of trouble, young woman. No, actually not that much trouble. Kha'six W's were scary enough. I mean, obviously, the Kha'six W together with the... together with LeBlanc and together with the Ashe and Ezreal poke and stuff like this, this is going to be a scary part of this team fight, of the team fight of the red team. Is if you get poked out by the red team, then it's going to be a very difficult situation to deal with, because obviously Fiora can kind of just push out, constantly put pressure on you to be in a, you know, player disadvantage, and then if you don't have anyone who can oppose her, that can be a little bit of an issue. And then obviously Kha'six just kind of sitting around poking together with his team. And Seraphine, you naughty. And then obviously Kha'six and you know, LeBlanc can capitalize on anyone who's a little bit low. You do not want to be like low, like Seraphine and Renata low next to each other, and LeBlanc just WRs on top of you and you're just dead. Like, you know. Alright, beautiful job. Fiora will be taken down here. And this time she also didn't have her riposte anymore, so Zed will pick up another kill for himself. 12-0-4. Absolutely huge. So much gold. And the Black Cleaver here available as well, together with Cyrilda's Grudge. There is a lot of cooldown reduction available for Zed, as well as decent amount of armor shred with the Black Cleaver and the Hydras. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not necessarily an Assassin Zed, it's more of a Brawler / Assassin Zed, right? This is definitely not the kind of Zed that just like kind of pops up next to your AD carry, disappears him real quick and goes back into his team with like, you know, 10% HP remaining and profusely sweating. This is more of a kind of bait him in, stack up your Conqueror, and then pop your ultimate with maximum Conqueror stacks and maximum damage dealt to the enemy team, kind of maxing out the strength of your ultimate in comparison to the Assassin Zed. Kind of is inefficient, right? If you think about it, Assassin Zed kind of inefficient because a lot of times he will overkill his targets with the ultimate, but still not have enough damage to just kill them without the ultimate, right? Where this Zed, much closer, right? So a little bit of a balancing act, I suppose, between barely dealing enough damage or not. Hydra obviously absolutely helps with that, and Black Cleaver, and I mean this guy is not short on damage by any means, but I mean it also, you know, his damage isn't that high. Has Seraphine hit a spell? Ooh, absolutely amazing. Well done by Kha'six, as he will pick up a kill on to the Baron here as Jax gets the revenge kill. But obviously that is absolutely huge. Beautiful play by Kha'six as he went into his ultimate and then W flashed over the wall and together did probably, what would it be, like 1400-ish damage, 1500 damage. Absolutely amazing job, Fiora. Just walking away, casually walking away from the Zed. Zed slow is available, but you got to be very careful. Flashes out of the LeBlanc chain, and so he will be alive for now. But this is the time to hedge your bets. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think this Zed is going to play the perfect game? Do you think he is going to stay above, well, below, below one death or not? Hit me up with the comments. I know I'm trying to do some more calls to action stuff, because I've heard that in order to serve this beautiful project that I'm trying to build here, obviously you should do that. As much as I'm not the biggest fan. Oh yeah, this is the poke that I'm talking about. Absolutely scary situation. Zed is trying to make something happen here. Has to ult for the Ashe, so not enough damage to take down Ezreal, but he is persuasive enough, so the enemy team doesn't chase him. Instead, they elect to go for the dragon, which means he could try to flip a play here to avoid the soul point, but he doesn't. All right, so this is definitely favorable for the red team. I mean, no question about that. Really, the red team just picking up 2 buffs in a row, although being down gold, are now ahead 3k gold and have a soul point for themselves. So definitely a situation where this Zed or someone has to show up. Maybe Seraphine just tries to hit an ultimate for once. I don't want to put Seraphine on blast. I don't know this person, but the performance has been rather lackluster, I might say. As talking about lackluster performances, Zed just standing there and auto-attacking, but the enemy team is dying, and this is Zed dropping low, but the Conqueror and Seraphine has arrived. Obviously not hitting her abilities, but I guess the W can't be missed, so that's a good one. I'm sorry, I'm being a little bit toxic. Also, this Seraphine looks a little bit like LeBlanc base skin with this skin. Any truer? Thank you, Seraphine, for your contribution. He actually took the cannon and he was like, no, naughty girl. Yeah, I respected Zed. Leading the charts in everything. Also flashiness. So we'll see what exactly is happening here. Alright, Seraphine, she does hit her stuff onto the gold-giving elements of the game, so that's at least good. I mean, not really acquiring a boatload of farm, but, you know, she is Seraphine after all. Once she gets her Rylai's, she is pretty much full build. I mean, I'm over-exaggerating a little bit here. But, you know, there's some truth to the thing as well. Ooh, decent chunk out onto the Kha'six. Actually, not as decent as I thought. Kha'six rocking that. Ooh, beautiful job. And 2 shurikens hit. Yes, Ezreal will go down to Zed, and Zed picks up another kill. Beautifully. Beautifully done. What happened there? Where did Kha'six go? Kha'six is still alive. Where did he go? Okay, he broke my brain a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Solid, absolutely solid job here by Zed, who's still 17-0-6. Guys, head on over to twitch.tv/ijimae lol and give them a follow, because apparently, if you can pull this off in Challenger, then apparently you're pretty decent at the video game, believe it or not. So absolutely give him a follow. While you're over there, you can also head on over to twitch.tv/AshenGG and hit me up with a follow as well. Not nearly as good, but, you know, eventually I will get there. So, the ultimate is going to be reposted again. Seraphine. is being reliable for the narrative. So I appreciate her for that. She's definitely being reliable for the narrative that I was setting up here. But I'm starting to get a little bit worried for my Zed buddy. So please, we can use. Can I try hitting some spells, please? All right, Edge of Night acquired here as the last item. Also has a potion available for himself, so he is absolutely decked out. Just walking into that shop, clicking left and right, says, I wanted to get this, and you know, just classic Richie bitchy type shopping. Something that we're all used from Shopping Queen Zed, obviously, right? Damn, now I want some fan art of Shopping Queen Zed skin. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. Goodness me, dude. Imagine. Imagine. Alright, gotta be very careful here. So far, blue team isn't poked out that hard. Ooh, this is a scary ultimate, but Zed will be fine. There's an engagement angle here for the Fiora, though, but we're walking all into the Seraphine. Is this going to work out for the red team? So far, it definitely looks like it, but you gotta be very careful here. Zed, not too bad, and Seraphine as well. Absolutely amazing play by Zed. Hits two people, gets a triple kill for himself. No, double kill for himself so far. Absolutely amazing job, and he found the enemy team there sleeping on his Shadow Clone. Will pick up a kill onto the LeBlanc, and the Kha'six will go down as well to the Syndra. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was an absolutely nasty performance here by our Zed player, and this might even spell doom for the enemy team. Yeah, I think this might be doom. This might be the end of the game. 11 seconds on Fiora. Will she be able to? And 4 seconds on Ashe. Actually, will they be able to stall for their team? I kind of doubt it, but it is possible. Yeah, the GGs come out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, stay awesome. And again, sub to this amazing Zed player. Goodbye.